Hello YouTube, I'm Big Al 1982. This is the Movie Reviewers 100, a collaboration channel here on YouTube that brings you themes each week. This week's theme is the actress Amy Adams. For me, a really great actress who always gives great performances in all types of films, from comedies to dramas, and even to a film that I'm going to talk to you about today, an action flick or action comic book movie, which is Man of Steel. Man of Steel was released last year, 2013. It stars Henry Cavill as the main character, the Man of Steel himself, Superman. Also in this film you have Michael Shannon, who plays Zod. Amy Adams plays Lois Lane, and you also have as Jor-El you have Russell Crowe, and has his Earth parents Diane Lang and Kevin Costner play the Kent family. Now this film was directed by Zack Snyder, and for me always makes good films. I always like his films. I know he gets a lot of criticism, but I like Watchmen, and I also like Dawn of the Dead, the remake. Two great films he done in the past, as well as 300. Pardon me. And yeah, I also enjoyed Man of Steel. The first time I watched it was in the cinema, and I must admit I was expecting a little bit more from the film. And I sort of come away a bit disappointed, and I thought the film had a few flaws. It's not the most perfect film to be ever made, but it's a fun film, and the second time watching it I really did enjoy it a lot more. The first time I watched it I felt that it was didn't know how to end, and it kept on going on and on and on. But the second time I watched it felt quite okay for me. There's some good action scenes in there. Yeah, it sort of did carry on a little bit too long in some places, but this was an origin story, and I think they basically want to try and cram in as much as they can before the Superman vs Batman movie. As I said, this is an origin story, and at the beginning of the film you start off in Krypton, where the planet is coming to its demise, and you have the conflict between Jor-El, Superman's father, and General Zod, played by Michael Shannon. There's a conflict there, and then Jor-El realises that the planet and his son is in threat, so he decides to send his son off to Earth. When he gets to Earth, this is where his powers come. Over the years, he merges with these powers and turns into who we know as Superman. What I did like, the performances from most of the cast all give great performances, but I did like Kevin Costner's performance, although it wasn't in the film particularly that much. Through the flashback scenes from the origin story, I really liked the relationship between him and his stepson, his son Clark Kent, and basically how he was protective of him, even though he knew his son could help him in certain situations. He didn't want to put his son at risk, and he felt like he had to protect him because of how people would react to his powers. This film is, for me, I really did enjoy the origin story. As I said, I enjoyed it a lot more the second time around, and I believe a lot of people would enjoy this film. As this film has also got a producer by Christopher Nolan from the Batman, the Dark Knight franchise, and you sort of can tell of the more realism style that he added to the Dark Knight, which has been added to this film as well, I believe. And I'm really looking forward to the Superman versus Batman movie. I'm quite pleased it got pushed back another year, because I know they're going to put a lot more into the film, and maybe make it a Justice League movie. But for Man of Steel, for me, there was a lot of great action scenes and a lot of destruction in this film, and a really good storyline. At times it is a bit slow, and the story does drag on a little bit, and I believe over the years, with many more viewings of this film, it'll become one of my favourite films in my collection. And I believe Amy Adams' performance, I must talk about Amy Adams as she is this week's theme. Amy Adams really gives a great performance as Lois Lane. A very subtle performance, but when she's on screen, she definitely has a presence about her. She's investigating and trying to get behind the Superman character. For me, as I said, Amy Adams is a really great actress, and I look forward to seeing everyone else's review this week, and maybe even seeing a few films that I haven't seen with Amy Adams in before. Thanks for watching this review this week. I've been Big Al 1982, and I hope you all have a great weekend.